Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be talking about the item store. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm just going to call it item store because it has so much items in it. We're going to call it that. I'll be going through every store. So store 1, store 2, store 3, and so on. I'll be talking about all the stores. This is going to be for early to mid game people. This is going to be a requested video by someone in my Discord too. I don't know their name because it's in Chinese, so I apologize, but I know who they are. They wanted me to tell them about the store, so I thought let me make a video to help you, because if I do type it on text you may not understand, but by video you can probably see what I'm doing and copy. So the first thing I'll be talking about in the store is the skin token in this store. I'll call it store 1 or limited deals, whatever you want to call it. Let's just call it store 1. This shop right here is going to be it's more for like end game people, I'd say. I really don't think this is for early game people. For example, what I mean by end game people, this skin token right here, you would never see this in the early game, right? This token thing, you would never complete it. I only got 66, right? Maybe people have like 70, people probably have like 80, 90 by now, but I don't. But if you're in the early game, you're not going to have more than me. Regardless how hard you try, you can only get this once a day. So if you are trying to build to the late game, please come here and buy the skin token every single day. If you buy this for 120 days, you're going to get a skin, and that skin can possibly make one of your weaker characters become a D tier to a B tier, right? By the tier list. And for example, let me tell you how strong they're going to be. So example is Dorabella. Dorabella is a strong character when you get her leveled up, because she can attack multiple times doing crazy damage. But the bad thing about her is that she's quite slow. If you have her on attack and defense, she only has 100 speed. But if you do buy that token every single day for like 120 days, you're going to be able to buy her skin and put her at 105 speed. Like I mentioned in all my videos, the core DPS speed is around 105, and more up-to-date characters have like 106 or 110, or maybe like 108. So most DPS are 105, and if you can make a normal character like Dorabella go from 100 to 105, that will make her extremely strong in PvP when attacking or on defense. So again, that can really help you. And maybe in the future there may be more characters in the skin shop. Right here, down here, there might be more characters in the skin shop, but for now there's only 2 characters, and the only skin that's actually worthy of buying is the Dorabella one. So yeah, I do think for this item shop right here, I do think you should buy the skin token first at first priority, because it's the most cheapest. Next thing you want to buy is the gift thing. This might sound troll, but you want to buy them over time. Don't buy them every single day, but you want to buy them because they can actually help you be stronger in the game, get you more things. So example, you can get characters. How can I explain it? Like the Dorabella thing, like I just told you. If I go to my Dorabella, she's obviously maxed out, but you don't have to max them out. But if you go to their story, I can't show you because I've already completed it. But if you go to your story, you can get a free copy of Dorabella, for example. You can get a free character of Elune too. You can get a free character of Bastet. These are examples, right? You can get a free character of mainly everyone apart from the first character and Arista. But everybody else, you can get a free copy of them. This can help you if you're quite early to mid game, because this is for you people, not late game. If you're early to mid game, you do want to spend your gems and buy a few of these. I wouldn't say buy the oncoming one, because that's quite useless in increasing your Valkyrie. But the purple one, the rare one, this could definitely help you be much stronger when you're trying to level up your characters. So Dorabella is a strong character. The more copies you can have of her, it's the stronger she gets. And if you can level up your Dorabella quite quickly, then you're going to get a second copy for her for free. So please make sure you buy this at some time. Don't buy it every single day, but buy it maybe once or twice at a blue moon or something, and you'll be getting stronger over time. Next thing, the ascension. The ascension thing is definitely strong. This thing here is really strong. You want to buy this because in the late game you do struggle. I want to give you an example of what I look like. I'm late game, and if I want to ascend my characters, like Atropos for example, I can't ascend her because I'm quite poor on the green orbs, but the yellow orbs I have 3,747. So again, I don't need it because it's gonna only take 100 for me, right? So if I need 100, I got 100, but I don't have 13,000. So again, if you're trying to build to the late game, try to get a lot of these green orbs if you can in the early game. That way, when you do get to the late game, you'll have a bunch of orbs sat there ready to level up. But in the late game, it's definitely a priority for me. I need those, but I'm not going to spend all my gems. But because I need my gems for other important things. But in the early game, there's not a lot of expensive things to prioritize. So you should start building up to these and buying these now. That way, when you get to my stage of the game, you're going to be free of worrying about this situation what I have. And you're probably wondering, can you get this cheaper? You can get this cheaper. You can get it from the mystery store or the mystery shop, whatever you want to call it. This shop right here can give you a better deal, but you only can buy it once. But every time you refresh it, you might get a good deal. So I've bought it over here. I bought this ascension thing for 105 gems, but I got 350. That's a deal or bargain, whatever you want to call it. That's a great deal for me. But if I go here, it's going to say that I can't have a deal. I can only buy 100. I can buy 200 for 100 gems 40 times a week. That's good. It's not that bad. It's good. I can get two for one basically. Over here it says you get 100 for 100, and this one says you can get 100 for 200. So I'm basically getting a good decent deal and getting a 2 for 1. But over here you can basically get like a 3 for 1 or 3.5 for 1 or something like that. There's various deals I can show you. So I bought this for 105, but if I refresh the shop, I might get it again. Oh, well, I didn't get it, and let's try again. But I didn't get it. Let's try again. Okay, so look, now I got many other deals. Now I got a better deal. I got 350 for 70. So not only that I'm getting it cheaper than the last deal, I'm getting it cheaper than the actual general shop. So this store right here, store 1, we're calling it store 1, limited deals, whatever. This one says I get 200 for 100, and this one's saying I get 350 for 70. So it's an amazing deal. So of course we're going to cop that because it's really good. We're going to buy that. We need that. And again, if you're in the early to mid game, you should also don't refresh it. I only refreshed it because I got a bunch of gems, but I wouldn't recommend refreshing this. Every time you come on, every single day, you're going to have free chances to refresh the shop. So please use that. Do not use your gems. That is not what you do. But you want to prioritize the mystery shop and get all of these. Then if you don't have enough, you can go here and buy the rest of them. Maybe buy like 1,000 or so on, or 10, sorry, or maybe buy like 20, and you're going to spend like only 2,000. So that's also a priority. Anything else in the store is not a priority. Everything else here is just like a luxury. You may ask me, is the Oracle thing a priority? No, this Oracle thing is not a priority because it's more of a luxury. When you buy this, you're not going to get something amazing. We all know that, hey, we may get a Dora, we may get a Lamion, we may get a Nyx, we may get a Seraphina, but in reality, you don't get that. Maybe if you're lucky, you get that, but we're not trying to gamble. We're trying to be responsible with our currency. And if you buy that, you're going to be basically wasting your chances of actually being stronger. And maybe if you do get Helios, what's he going to do? He's just going to sit there and do nothing. So again, this is not a thing you should buy if you're early to mid game, but if you're late game, we need to prioritize this because it's going to help us be stronger. But in the early game, you don't really need this. The next store, I already spoke about this store already. You want to buy the Oracle things when you can for the great deals. I already spoke about that. Next thing you want to buy with your gems or in the store is the gear. So how does gear work? Gear works by, if you have 5 characters or in your main team with the same gear, then every other character will get it. That would mean that if I have 5 red weapons, that means all my other characters are going to have 5 red. Actually, let me talk about here. This is more simple. So my 5 characters are Ophelia, Nyx, Arishtar, Atropos, and Seraphina. So these are my 5 characters. All my other characters will have the same copy of their weapon if everybody else had the same thing. So as you can see here, it's red, 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 gold, right? Red, 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 gold, and red, 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 right? But when I go to my characters like my Helios, he's going to only have 3 reds. If I go to my Athena, she's only going to have 3 reds. If I go to my Doorbella, she's going to have the same thing. So again, if I do have the same weapon, it's going to make all my characters stronger, giving me more power. In the early game, you need to have more power to make you stronger. If you didn't know, the more power you have, it makes you stronger overall. So if you go from maybe 300 mil to like 400 mil, that extra 1 mil is going to make all your characters stronger. Even though the game doesn't tell you they do, it does. So what you want to do in the shop, you want to make sure you get the weapon first. Get the weapons always priority. Get the weapon first, then the boots. The reason why you want to get the boots because the boots are physical defense. As you can see here, it has P defense. I mean physical. Physical is more important than magical because magical is a less priority on this game because a lot of magical DPS aren't that good, and all the strong DPS on this game are physical. Even most bosses that are quite annoying in PvE, they're all physical. So you want to get the physical one first, then you want to get the magical. Magical's okay. The more defense you have is the more sustainability you're going to have in your team. And then at the end, you're going to have the breastplate, will only give you HP. The reason why the breastplate is last, or the shield, the armor, whatever you want to call it, the reason why you want to leave this last is because it's only HP. HP isn't as strong as physical defense or magical defense, and it isn't as strong as general attack power. So if you are trying to build the characters, you want to get the weapon first on all characters, weapon first, boots next, the helmet, then the armor. Armor's always last because it's too expensive and it's not as good for your team. And you're probably asking, what color do I get in? Do I get in gold? Do I get in red? Do I get in gold plus? Whatever this is, gold plus, right? You want to make sure you get the weapon in the highest rarity if you are under that rarity, if that makes any sense. So if you're purple, you want to get the gold one. If you're gold, you might want to get the red one. I know it might sound crazy. People might say, well, why don't you just get the gold plus, the gold one, this gold thing here? I don't know what you want to call this, gold plus, we're calling it. No, in reality, what you want to do is get the one above you. So if you're purple gear, you want to get the gold one. If you're gold gear, you want to get the red one. And for the boots, armor, and breastplate, you can get the gold one if you want to, because the gold one is just as strong, and the red one is going to be even more stronger. But for the weapon, you want to be as strong as possible. So please, if you're on gold gear, like this one right here for 14,000 and 7,000, try get the red weapon. As time goes on, you buy the red weapon to make you stronger. These will help you. And you're probably wondering why I can't do that's quite expensive. If you didn't know, you can actually sell your armor. I'm going to show you for example. A lot of people don't know this and it might scare you, but yeah, if I take my weapon off, so you're going to remove it from Ophelia, right? If I go to my shop and sell this, so my gear, if I sell this, I get all the parts back. I get 6,000, I get 65,000 arena points. I get the refinement, the gold. I don't know what these two are called, I forgot. But regardless of what they're called, you get all your things back when you dismantle the gear, and then you can buy the next gear. So if you're trying to get the red gear, you can sell your gold weapon, then buy the red weapon. You can sell your purple gear and get the gold weapon. So that's something you should take note of when you are trying to get gear to level up, is that you can sell your gear and buy the next one. So don't be scared to sell your weapon, because there's nothing to be scared about. You get all you get everything back, every single part. You get everything you invested in that weapon, you will get it back. So yeah, that's done for the gear shop. This thing right here, if you got these tier badges, you don't need to worry. If you're early to mid game, I'm not going to get into this because you're never going to reach it anyway. You'll probably reach this long from now. It's going to be end game, so I wouldn't really worry about these. Again, this oracle thing right here, do not buy this. This is not a priority. This is a waste of money. It's not even a luxury, it's just a waste of money. So don't buy this for 4,000 currency, because this currency is quite important if you're trying to be stronger. The guild shop is obviously a priority if you're trying to get most things in the game. So Atropos is basically the best character in the game. This character right here, she is the best character in the game in my personal opinion. She has valuable everywhere in PvE, PvP, everywhere. For example, she has valuability everywhere. You can use her in every trial. You can use her in, what was it called, Abyss Crusade. You can use her there. You can use her in Celestial Trials, Odyssey, PvP. You name it, she's there. So she's definitely a priority in the guild shop. You can get her once a month. And after you get her from the guild shop, you can buy her again and again and again every single month until you max her out. And then once she is maxed out, you can still buy her, and it will make you get other characters. So do I have a spare one I can show you? I don't think I do. But again, okay, if you do have enough, you can then buy other characters with Atropos. So if I go to, where is it? I forgot where it was. Where is it? Oh yeah, convert. If you go to convert, right? Let's say I had Atropos. If I had Atropos and I put her there, for example, it would say, no, wait, oops. If I wanted a free doorbella, let's say I wanted a free doorbella, I can put Atropos here 3 times and get a free doorbella. Again, that's really good if you want to be stronger in the game, if you're quite early game, or you can use the characters and get your like secret up as I did So my Light Seeker is 4 out of 6 because I use Atropos in Atropos, if that makes sense. After you reach the max level of a character, that is going to be 15 star, you're going to either be able to trade a character in for select characters, or you can make a character Light Seeker go up by giving a character to itself. And as you can see here, I use my light above, not my light above, I use my Atropos in my Light Seeker tree, and now she's getting stronger as time goes on. This is quite useful late game if you want to make your Atropos really strong, because she then turns into a real healer. I don't know if you know that, but here it says that she gives healing, and it gives healing here. She becomes a real healer in the end game. It's actually quite useful in PvP and PvE. So if you are trying to build to that late game, please make sure you prioritize Atropos in the guild shop from early. So get yourself in a guild and make yourself stronger if you want to make yourself, I don't know, really strong in the late game. Next character is going to be the season characters. So my season character is currently this one. She is really strong for me because, again, she's PvP late game character. I use her everywhere if I can use her in PvE or PvP. But maybe in like a month from now, my screen's going to look different to yours because it's going to have a new season character. I don't know who the season character is, but please make sure you always buy the seasonal royal character. I don't know who's going to be in a month from now. I don't know. So again, whoever is the season character, you want to buy them. That's the first part you want to do after Atropos. And after Atropos, you want to buy maybe Doris. You want to buy Doris. I'll say buy Doris over Halios because Halios doesn't have actually a use in the game. Yes, he is good in Grace Room, the PvP place. He is good there. But apart from that, he's actually good anywhere else. So you don't want to buy Halios. You want to buy Doris. Doris is quite a strong target or a unit in Doom. And if you have her 12 star, 11 star, she's going to be really useful once you get those red runes and make her really strong. And Doom is quite strong in Odyssey, or strong in general now, but they are strong in Odyssey, in Nightmare when you get to like the later stages. So I'll advise you to work on Doris after Atropos and the season character, because she's only 5,000 of the, what token is this? I don't know what the token's called, but this token, this the one with the trophy, this token is quite rare to get in your guild. It's not as easy as the gold one or the one of the hands. This one's kind of hard to get, so you make sure you spend that wisely. So you're going to buy the season character with it first. The season character is the first thing you're going to buy. Then you want to buy Doris. You don't want to buy Bastet. Bastet is trash. Don't buy Bastet. And Halios isn't that good. I have a Halios and I don't really feel like he's been a great use to me. I do feel like I've wasted my points on Halios when I was quite new to the game, but because I was at a time where Doom was quite bad, I need the Halios. But if I knew Doris was as strong as she was now, I would have got Doris over Halios. So don't get blindsided by Halios being a royal. He's bad. So again, Atropos, the new character, and then Doris. Celestial shop, there's nothing to prioritize here. This shop is just basically a place you buy runes. But what I will tell you is that if you do buy runes, make sure that the new characters are in there. So the new characters that came out this season for season 2, Ophelia and other 2 characters, I forgot their name. Those characters are going to be in the game, but they're not going to be actually in the store. And what I mean by that is I have a Ophelia. You already know I have an Ophelia. If I want to get her exclusive runes, I can't. So these red ones right here, let's say I wanted to have Ophelia on damage. I look here, exclusive hero. You will think that she's going to be here, right? She's a demon. Why can't I buy her runes? You wouldn't think that, right? You will just go and buy them because it's natural to buy them. But then I look here and she's not here. So they have every other character here, from Nyx to Lamia to Dalhan to Janna. But again, you don't see Ophelia here. So if you do buy this, it's going to be a mistake. Or for me, it's going to be a mistake. And if I do make that mistake, the game won't refund me. So again, that's one thing. I wouldn't say it's a priority, but it's one thing to take note if you are trying to buy stuff. Because this will set you back badly. I'm telling you, this will set you back so bad if you make this mistake by thinking that your character is going to be in here and it's not. So if you are early to mid game and you do buy a new character thinking that, hey, I'm going to get exclusive runes to make the character really strong, you can't. So that will be a major setback. I'm just trying to warn you. Nothing to prioritize. It's nothing got to do with this video, but it's just more of a trying to save you thing. But yeah, nothing in this store is worth it of me talking about. Nothing to prioritize in the Celestial store. It's just a store. Oracle shop, the first character in the buy here are either you want to buy Kath, She's a very strong character. If you get the exclusive runes, no exclusive runes, she's bad as a character. She's not that good. But when you get the exclusive rune, she's quite good. When you get healed, she can do crazy damage, and she's 105 speed. Seraphina is one of the best healers in the game, and she makes DPS really strong. You can ignore shields as a team. Shields are really strong in this game. Characters like twins rely on shields, so if you can ignore shields on every character like the DPSs, it makes them stronger and it makes your team stronger. And also, she's a great healer. She can heal so much in PvP and PvE. Again, in PvE, it's quite nice to have a healer because then you can pass many stages. And then she comes with blessing. Blessing is quite nice. It makes sure that you don't die. You might take a fatal blow from a character or from a boss, and the blessing may kick in if you're lucky and make you survive. So blessing is a nice thing that Seraphina can provide to your team. Not only that, she has Striker, Celestial. Again, Striker and Celestial are so strong in PvE because it helps you do more damage, and it helps you get, sometimes you might get a crit from there. So yeah, Celestial is better than Demon in my personal opinion in PvE, but in PvP, Demon's better. And then she's also Glorian. Glorian's also really strong in Odyssey and in PvE. So again, she's a very strong character if you want to use her in PvE. And she's also strong in PvE, so don't say she's not. She is. She's really good in PvP. So after Cath, you want to prioritize and probably get maybe Seraphina if you want to, based on where you are in the game. You might be somewhere else than me. And then Nyx. Nyx also a strong target, or I keep saying target, strong character. Nyx always has a place in this game. She's really strong in PvP. She's really good in PvE, and she is good in special trials. She's good in certain ones, and she's bad in certain ones. But overall, she's definitely a good character if you are in the early game. Massive damage. She can be used with many characters like Atropos, Seraphina, because she's Striker, and she's also a single target character like Nawi. So you can one-shot a lot of characters to boost you through the game. Janna, Lamia, Madeline, all these other characters are only monthly limit. Don't buy these. These are luxury, not a mandatory character. You don't want to buy these characters because these characters aren't going to boost you through the game. If you are Avengers, then yeah, sure, you can buy Janna. But I don't really recommend anyone buy Madeline or Lamia for now. Doom is really late game. If you are using Doom, Doom is super late game, and you can't really prioritize these characters as Doom because it's not going to actually help you get further in the game. So Seraphina is definitely first priority if you want to get a strong healer. Nyx is also first priority, and Cath is also a strong priority if you are trying to get a monthly limited character. Apart from the monthly limited characters, Nawi is also a priority. I think Nawi is the best character you can buy in the early game because she's only 50, which would mean that you don't need as many as the Royals. And Nawi is basically a Royal. She can do insane damage, and she's always consistent with her damage. Her damage can boost you through the game. It can carry you. She's good everywhere. She's good in PvP and PvE. So if you want to get if you want to get a Nawi, buy Nawi. She could be used with Seraphina. She could be used with Atropos. She could be used with Nyx because she's so strong with the Striker buff. So overall, Nyx will be the first thing to prioritize in this whole entire shop. Even after all the royals I mentioned, if you ask me what character do you want, what's the first character that you should prioritize in the store, the first character would be Nawi. But apart from Nawi, if you want a royal, the royals or the ones I listed before. But if it is the whole entire shop, it's going to be Nawi. Anybody else is not a priority. Anybody else here is like whatever. You want to buy them if you can. But it goes Nawi as the first one, then maybe Seraphina, Nyx, or Cath as the limited ones. And if you are building ethereals, you might want to get a Karnak. A Karnak is I'll say he's really useful in PvE. I'll say that he's kind of fallen off now because there's more characters that can do a lot of things. But if you're in the early to mid game, he definitely can help you get through a lot of PvE content. The Relic shop's quite obvious. The first thing you're going to prioritize is Blade of Chaos. Blade of Chaos can be used in PvE and PvP, and it can be used in any team, regardless if it's Avengers. It could be used in Doom. It could be used in Vow. It could be used in Ethereals, Glorians. It doesn't matter what team it's on. It could be used in any team. It can be used everywhere in the game. It could be used in Odyssey, PvP, Guild Wars, anywhere you could be using. Blade of Chaos will help you. The next shop. This shop is quite obvious. I don't really have to talk about the shop. The first thing you're going to prioritize is Dorbella. Dorbella is the most useful character out of the 6, and she is the strongest character out of the 6 because she's part of Ethereal, and she is Monarchs too. Monarchs is really useful late game because you can use Monarchs is good anywhere, but it's more useful late game because that's where you get more characters that have Monarchs. But yeah, Monarchs is really strong. It feels really strong. And then apart from that, she has a skin, like I mentioned before at the beginning of the video. She has a skin, so you can actually get the skin with it. In later due time, you get the skin, and she's even more stronger than all these other characters. The red ones down here, you got Talos and you got Makaria. Makaria is the first thing to prioritize. It's a no-brainer. Makaria is just more useful in everywhere in the game. It can be used in PvP and PvE, and she's universal. She can be used in WoW. She can be used in Ethereal, and she can be used in Glorians. And she can even be used in Mystifiers if you want. So again, please get Makaria over Talos because again, Makaria can be used in PvP, PvE, Celestial Trials, anywhere. She's just a universal character and a really good character regardless of where you are in the game. The Bishop, you want to buy Talonus first. Talonus is way stronger than Arcadina. Arcadina is quite bad. The only reason why I bought Arcadina because my Talonus is really strong and I needed the Enchanter. But don't copy what I'm doing. Make sure if you do use the shop, you want to get the Talonus first because Talonus is way better than Arcadina. Apart from that, the other currency, that's the yellow currency. The triangle, the diamond currency is called the diamond one. You want to buy the gear. This might sound crazy, but I buy the gear because I want to get my character strong. Like I mentioned before in the gear part of this video, the gear is really strong because it can make your characters be stronger overall, and it can make your account stronger overall. So you want to buy the gear one because the gear one's going to help you. And then you want to buy Talonus if you want to. You could buy Arcadina, but I wouldn't recommend it because Talonus is really strong and she's one of the strongest characters in PvP. But yeah, everything here is just not that good. You got the Oracle things, you got the Relic shards, you got characters. You got these characters up here are all bad. All these characters up here have no meaning in the game. These have no purpose at the top. But again, if you want to buy them because you like them, go ahead. I wouldn't recommend it. You need to prioritize the weapon, the chest plate, or the gear down here, and you want to sell them and get the currency so you can buy the gold gear or the red gear from the store. The first character you want to prioritize is Talonus, and then if you really want to, you could buy Arcadina, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then lastly is the skin shop. This is a no-brainer. The Doorbella one is the better one because it's a better character in general, and you can use the Doorbella one more in content like PvP. This one right here, it is good, but I wouldn't recommend it. There will be more skins in the future, so maybe like 4 months from now, maybe 5 months from now, they may add new skins to the store. But if you are the early game, you're not going to have time to buy any of these characters. So by the time you get to my stage of the game, you're going to probably have other characters there that you can buy. I don't know who there will be. Maybe in like December, there might be characters in there. I don't know who they are going to be, but you can buy those. Or maybe I would have an update video on that. So yeah, that's the video. It's not really, I wouldn't really say this video is helpful. I do really think that most people know what I'm talking about because it's quite generic. For example, everyone knows like Blades of Chaos is really good, so you want to buy Blades of Chaos. Like Naui, everyone knows Naui's busted and OOP, so you want to buy Naui. But for maybe the item store, this one right here, the limited deal and the mystery shop, these are quite odd. You wouldn't really know what to buy here. If you're in the early game, you definitely will make mistakes. But I feel like the other stores is like, they're kind of obvious, right? Like in the guild store, everybody knows like these things down here are quite strong. But anyway, that's the video. If it did help you, please make sure you leave a like and maybe comment if you didn't understand something. I may have rushed this video because I do think this video I've done this video like twice already, and this is going to be like my third time making it, so I just want to rush through it because it's like an up-to-date video. As for my Avenger video, I know I've been saying I was gonna do it on Saturday, I was gonna do it on Sunday. But in my personal defense, I do think Avengers is so bad that I don't even think that my guide is going to help anyone. But I will do it. I just don't think it's going to help anyone because Avengers is so bad, and it's quite obvious how strong Avengers is. Avengers has just got sorry, you got Selene and you got Janna, and boom, Avengers is done. So I might do it, but I don't really feel like it's quite useful. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. If it did help, just like and comment, and I'll see if I can read all the comments if there is enough comments. So yeah, thanks for watching.